Hello internet friends, my name is Devesha and welcome back to my channel. Today is November 26th, which means it's Thanksgiving. For those of us in the United States. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. If you don't, then happy Thursday. So today I'm going to be doing a tag. I'm going to be doing the read to write tag. This tag was made by Moon Petrie, and I will link her video and channel in the description box. Okay, so this question was meant for you to talk about the authors and books that have inspired you in regards to certain aspects of storytelling. So there are 10 questions, 10 story elements, really. And you're supposed to answer what author or book inspired you in regards to plot, character development, voice, dialogue, setting, fight scenes, romance scenes, emotion, pacing slash tension, and theme. So let's get into it. I am not a well-read person, I will tell you that. I was like a ferocious reader as a child, but then I got into college and entered like a 4-year reading slump. And I've only just recently gotten back into reading in the past like 2 years, up only for quarantine to hit and enter another reading slump. So some of my answers may be the same. Author or book. I made a tiny list so I'm not fumbling around here. So number one, an author who has inspired me in terms of plot has definitely been James Patterson, and not any of his like mystery stuff, like not even his adult stuff. In high school, I read a lot of the Maximum Ride series, and I think at least for me, the plot of those books were always so new and different, and I really enjoyed those. My pick for the book that's inspired me when it comes to character development, I would pick The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Y'all, that is my favorite book of ever. I love Evelyn Hugo so much. I love her as a character. I loved seeing, or better yet, reading, kind of like all aspects of her through her life. Another book that inspired me when it comes to character development it's a graphic novel, but we're gonna count it. Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan. I love the characters of that series so much and just their growth. These like freaking four preteen girls. I just I just love them so much. Just Brian K. Vaughan entirely is a mood. Like I love him and his writing. I recently started Saga and I really like the characters in that one too. I have not gotten too deep into it, so I can't speak for the character development, but the characters themselves are great. Or number three, the author who has inspired me the most in terms of voice has definitely been Lemony Snicket. I feel like I say this every time I mention anything about how I was a giant Lemony Snicket fan, and the series of unfortunate events kind of just like shaped me as a writer, as a reader. Lemony Snicket has definitely influenced my writing style immensely because it's a kind of whimsical, like I can't even explain it, but you know, if you've read the series of unfortunate events, it's that whole essence is something I've like internalized and have wanted to emulate. So that's my answer for that. So I don't have a book or author that's inspired me for the next three: dialogue, setting, or fight scenes. I feel like the inspiration for a lot of my dialogue has come from movie and television, and when I read, I don't really focus on setting. Okay, so for setting, I would say the Chronicles of Narnia, but I've never read the books. I've only read the movie. I've only read the movies. I've only seen the movies. So I'm sure that doesn't really count, but that's my answer for setting. Chronicles of Narnia. And for fight scenes, I don't really have an answer for this one either because I don't read a lot of books with fight scenes. At least none that have stood out. Let me look at my Goodreads to see if there's one. No, there hasn't been one for fight scenes. So we'll just skip right over that. So for romantic scenes, this one has a surface level answer and like a real answer. So my surface level answer would be like the Christina Lauren books. I really liked the Unhoneymooners. So I guess that's like the surface level answer. The real answer is the movie Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. That movie is an adaptation of the book by Rachel Cohen and David Levantine. And I read the book, and the book is good, but it just don't hit the same as the movie. Whenever I think of romance, whenever I want to write romance, like that movie is the first thing that I think of, because I love that movie so much. That is one of my favorite movies, like, of all time. I just felt like the romance was so there. It's YA, so it's teens, but and I was a teen the first time I saw the movie, so I felt like the romance in it was just so real and like on point, and it wasn't too much. I haven't seen the movie in a little bit, so I could actually be very wrong. Okay, so number 8, authors or books that inspired you when it comes to emotion, and this one, y'all, was a gut punch. It was a 1-2. Speak by Lori Halls Anderson. Bitch, when I tell you that book had me sobbing, I sobbed. It's such a good book, but it's emotional. And I can also say for emotion that The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo did trip me up emotionally as well. So yeah, I think those are the 2 books that I look to when I think of emotion in writing, because in Speak, it's just so, I don't know, I don't think subtle is the right word, but it packs a punch. So number 9 is books or authors that inspire you when it comes to pacing and tension. For pacing and tension, I would say Riley Sager for sure. I love his books. That's more of the tension aspect, because I think his pacing gets a little weird sometimes, but the tension is definitely there. And also the book Horns by Joe Hill. I think the pacing and tension of that is pretty good. It gave me so much anxiety. So that was a reading experience. Love the movie. Number 10 is theme. So books or authors who've inspired you in regards to theme. That's what I'm going to say. Brian K. Vaughan. I don't think he's ever written a novel, but he writes graphic novels. He writes comic books and such. I love Paper Girls. I just loved everything about that series. I could gush about it forever, but not say a single thing that is coherent. What is another book that... Oh, girl, theme, The Hunger Games. That's one of my like all-time favorite series. I don't know how I forgot that. Definitely The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I haven't read that last book, so we're not gonna talk about her. But the original trilogy is definitely one that I look to when it comes to theme. I would get up and check my bookcase, but 1, I know I haven't read any of those books on the bookcase, and 2, they're all turned backward. So those are all of my answers for all of those questions. Thank you to Moon for tagging me, even though I'm doing this 2 months late. No pressure tag, but I'm gonna tag 4 people I know are better read than me. I'm gonna tag Britt Riley, Liselle, Sanberry, Katie Ann, Wallis, at Wallis. I can't count because that's 4. And I'm also gonna tag Laura writes. So, you lovely ladies have been tagged. This is an interesting tag, and it could spark some interesting discussions. It's just great to see what works inspire other people. So, once again, thank you to Moon for tagging me and creating this tag. Sorry that I bastardized it by including movies, but I'm just not well read. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, you can subscribe. That's the thing you can do. I'm not going to press you though. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys in the next one. The next one being tomorrow, because I'm still doing these daily vlog things. Okay, bye. Today is November 20th. So those are the 4 people. Nope, that's 5 people. Okay, where was I?